Things just seem to get more deeper and deeper as we go along in this culture. You heard? More people, it's 2025. You understand? More people are starting to exploit. They are starting to come out and speak their truth. You heard? And some people are hitting, y'all. A lot of these guys we don't see on a regular basis. I gotta be real. A lot of these guys are on TikTok. They on different platforms. They not on YouTube. Yo, it's your boy E-Oil, aka the Harlem Legend, man. If you're new to the channel, please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you set your bell notification so you know when I'm dropping a video, man. With that being said, we got to get right into this one, man, because 1090J, yeah, we all know 1090J, a very successful YouTuber. You heard? A dude that essentially breaks down paperwork of famous artists such as Finesse 2 Times, T.I. I mean, he's aired them all out. You heard? And made hundreds of thousands, if not $1 million doing it. I gotta be real. You heard? Spot him, got him, YSL Woody. Like he's even clarified some people too, right? So we don't want to make it seem like he's just airing people out all day. He's also cleared some people too, like Big Meech, for instance. He actually didn't go all the way in on Big Meech. So, I'm not just saying he's fully biased on J6, Lil Zay Osama. You see? So he's not just fully biased when it comes to exploiting these guys and putting these guys out there for having dirty paperwork. Well, there's been rumors circulating around for a long time. And, we all watch on YouTube and we see the guys that's putting about. Shout out to Byron Blake. I seen Byron Blake's work. I don't want to discredit anybody, but there's been a lot of Pino actually tried to do it. Then he ended up being a rat. You see what I'm saying? So this particular situation, I gotta introduce y'all to somebody because I feel like it's important, because whenever you have your own kind getting at you, yeah, I don't know. It kind of like makes me look a little bit more like, okay, I'm used to my people shooting at you all day. You heard? Let's be honest. I'm used to my people shooting at 1090 Jake because they know where he's been in life. They know what he's done. Come on now. He got big plats. He got over 1 million subscribers on YouTube. So a lot of hate may come from a lot of guys. You heard? Yeah, he's in tune with the Vlads. He's in tune with the Adam 22s. So a lot of hate may spew from his situation because a lot of people don't want to see people blow up. So in other words, this is not a hate blog. This is an awareness blog, because at the end of the day, he's done a lot of airing guys out. But now we have a guy named Jason. Yeah. Jason Vorbach. I don't want to say his last name the wrong way. We're just going to call him Jason. Okay. He did 8 years in the penitentiary. Okay. He's on social media now and he's not feeling 1090 Jake's paperwork. But right now, let me give y'all the background on Jason. Let me introduce y'all to him and let me let y'all know who he is. He's going to give you his rundown. Salute.
I served 8 years in the federal prison system, and this is why. I got charged with drug conspiracy and money laundering. I ran some of the biggest pain clinics in the United States at the age of 24, 25. We were making millions of dollars. My lifestyle was around $300,000 a month. We had Ferraris, Lamborghinis, houses all over the place. We had offshore boats. We had helicopters, planes, anything you can think of, we had it. Guys, I'm not proud of this. This is my story. I want y'all to stay tuned and follow my story.
So he's a dude that actually did time in the penitentiary, and he was in the feds though. So I want y'all to understand there's a very difference from the state and the feds. The feds, you can't have no snitch paperwork whatsoever. You cannot make a complaint on anybody whatsoever and use their names involved in that complaint in the feds, because you will be considered a rat. Now, I don't know how the state works, but there has been some paperwork that came out as far as a jail incident with 1090 Jake. And let's just say Jason confronts him on it. Pay attention.
You really haven't done the homework to be like, yo, Jake, why haven't you put, it's been out for
Yeah,
This
but
has
where's
been
it
out
at
for
though?
2 years.
But I've looked and looked and looked. I can't find it.
Go on my
I'm able to
channel.
find this in seconds.
It's all on my channel.
All on your channel. So
On
here's
my
the thing about
channel.
this. Huh?
On my channel.
Okay, send me it over and I'll post that shit
Everything
on
is,
there.
you know, they done made fake paperwork on me where I had to tell people to call the Tampa Police Department and request that piece of paper. And Tampa PD had to say it doesn't exist. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is like years of shit that people have tried to, you know. But comparing the feds to Florida State prisons like apples to oranges. So whatever the fuck you had to do in there, telling me like, oh, I couldn't do what you did. Yeah, you probably couldn't eat with black people either.
Nah.
It's completely different.
Nah.
Right? So it's
Wrong with
like
them.
saying you couldn't do something that I'm able to do in Florida State prison. It doesn't necessarily have an effect on me because you're under different politics. Are you familiar with bro from Blood on the Razor Wire?
Yeah, I did his podcast.
Right. That's my homie, right? So he was under the same politics as you. He's known me for years. We've talked on phones together, you know, like outside of social media.
We had a talk. I know his history too. You know what I'm saying? He told me. He told me off the record. I'm not going to repeat it because I respect it. He told me. But at the end of the day, that's the whole point where I'm getting at is if it's there, I'll go to your page and look, or you send it over to me, and then I'll put it out there for these people to see it. Say, here it is, boys. This answers y'all's question. Thing is I looked everywhere because I figured somebody stitched it, somebody, you know, touched on, because boy, they didn't have a problem touching on this one. So I figured they would touch on the other ones.
Right, but you have to understand though, right?
You got too many videos for me to go through.
No.
I'm asking y'all. I gotta ask y'all, is there a difference? You heard between the state and the feds when it comes to ratting. If you put somebody's name on the paperwork, are you considered a snitch? Hold on. Make sure y'all get in the comment section because it gets a little deeper. Pay attention.
Because when I watched the one episode, they were talking about how you wanted to get out of the shoe or whatever, right? So in the feds, everywhere I've been, like I can't even send nothing out. And if I put names on it, that's routing. They're like, bro, you can't put nobody's, even if your grievance, like, listen, it's prison. Okay, a fight busts out, somebody takes off on you and something goes on, you found, you appeal what they did, but you don't sit there and say like, hey, inmate such and such, inmate da-da, because my people, white boys ain't going to tolerate it. They're going to run them out, especially the Mexicans. Shit, you ain't.
Did you hear what this man just said? He's schooling 1090 Jake now. You heard? I got to be honest. I have to rewind that for y'all so y'all can really get to fully understand. So we got to, where are we at now, right? 1090 Jake has aired out all these people and he's also cleared people, but is he qualified? That's all I'm asking. Is he qualified? No hate involved. Is he qualified? Because this man is saying, hold up, that wouldn't work where I was at. Pay attention.
Because when I watched the one episode, they were talking about how you wanted to get out of the shoe or whatever, right? So in the feds, everywhere I've been, like I can't even send nothing out. And if I put names on it, that's routing. They're like, bro, you can't put nobody's, even if your grievance, like, listen, it's prison. Okay, a fight busts out, somebody takes off on you and something goes on, you found, you appeal what they did, but you don't sit there and say like, hey, inmate such and such, inmate da-da, because my people, white boys ain't going to tolerate it. They're going to run them out, especially the Mexicans. Shit, you ain't dropping no names in there. They'll just say, hey, when the inmates jump me, you can say like, hey, bro, like I got jumped, dude took off on me. But when they start saying you dropping names, that's where it comes in an issue in the feds. That's the difference between state and the feds. When I was in JIT,
that was in JIT camp, again, the feds, you're under heavy politics similar to California versus, I don't know how much you know about Florida State Prison. There is no fucking
all my
politics.
boys in there. There ain't none. There ain't no
There's nothing in there. There's no rules. You got gang leaders doing shit with dudes and whatever. I don't want to say nothing too crazy because we're on TikTok. I don't want to mess your platform up.
Yeah, mine's already banned. That's why I slowed down.
Yeah, so the thing is, people like to create a narrative that fits their beliefs, right? So nobody wanted to show the grievance he put asking to be placed in protective custody. Nobody wanted to show him saying the CEOs told him he had to crash. Nobody wanted to show the written statement he wrote against me after he did this, but they want to show an appeal to try to give the perception that I was so scared for my life that I had to get up out of there.
No, listen. So I don't want you to take.
Hold up. Does 1090J get a pass for that? Because he's in the state and the rules is different? You can write a report and say that this person did this person, and put anybody in the report and not be a snitch. It can actually do paperwork on other people. I'm just being real. I'm just trying to break this down and get y'all understanding of the situation, because this is interesting to me just to see another man of his, you know, a white man. Let's be honest. A white man come out and actually go at 1090 Jake the way he's going at him. Oh, it ain't in there because he sets the record straight. Pay attention. This couldn't go on. Salute.
And so I don't want you to take this the wrong way, Jake. I get what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? But where I've been and what I've done, I can't do what you did. So state might be different, but in the feds, I can't do that. So that's why people are coming to me like, hey, Jay, what's going on with this? And the only thing I'm saying to you, Jake, is that when people started coming out and saying the shit about me, and I'm going to be honest with you, I just did Johnny Mitchell's. It came out a couple weeks ago. My plug out of the country hit me up and was like, hey, bro, like, dude, like, I've been trying to get a hold of you, okay? And the thing is, and he's telling me all kinds of crazy shit. So the feds wanted me to tell on everybody, and I was like, nah, I'm good. They asked for life. I went to trial with the feds. I beat it. You can look it up. Found not guilty. 7 people cooperated against me. I wouldn't give up nobody, okay? But here's the thing about it is, everybody around me was telling on everything. So I go to the feds. The very first dude, I walk on the yard. So white dude in my unit, it's running the unit, kind of skinhead from Tampa too, Sonny's name. And he checks my paperwork. And I tell people all the time, you know how you catch somebody in prison if they cooperated? All you got to do is start cutting it up with them. I'll cut it up with them. I started learning how to maneuver because I did juvenile time. Juvenile time is like state time to me, is what stories I heard. Everybody's just mixed in, running together. No politics. It was the worst time I've ever done in my life. I caught 7 batteries on Leo's while I was in. I went from the lowest level, worked my way up to the highest level, all because I didn't run with nobody. I was a clean-cut white boy. I got visitations, and they absolutely couldn't stand it. The only thing separating me from everybody else, I could stand on my 10 toes and give it, and I didn't care about going to the shoe.
Right.
Now, when I got to the feds, this dude wants to check my paperwork to get a seat in the TV room.
I gotta be real, y'all. I need y'all to let me know. Is it okay that 1090 Jake has a report, a jail report of him reporting another person? You heard? Is that snitching in the state? I don't know how it works in Florida state prisons, y'all. I don't know how it goes down, but 1090 Jake has made a lot of money exposing others. And I'm just asking y'all, how do y'all look at that? Do y'all look at that as something like, yo, he's out of pocket? Should he even be in this realm of work? A lot of times we see in this culture that we got guys that's done bad in their own way. I don't know how y'all look at it. How do the criminal? Me personally, I would look at that as snitching. You still told on somebody else, even being inside the penitentiary, homie. That's crazy that a person can make a lot of money after telling on somebody else, and then this surfaces, but he's already long gone. Let's not get it twisted like he's not already long gone. 1090 Jake is 1090 Jake. Everybody looked to him to see what did this person really tell, did this person didn't tell. But how do we judge those that's actually putting the spells on people? How do you judge him? Like he has nobody to stand over him and say, "Oh, you did wrong." No. I'm just asking the question. I'm just curious about that because I don't see nobody holding him to the fire, right? I see him making a lot of money and nobody actually holding his feet to what he's done. I don't know, y'all, man. Is it favoritism? And we can't really say that because his own, hey, look, he's a white man, y'all, and he's coming out going against him, saying that this couldn't work because of what he been through and what he did in the feds. You heard? He served his time. I'm just saying, y'all, like, how does this work? Do y'all still keep, I'm just asking, do y'all still keep?
What's up, everybody? It's 1090 Jake. I'm rocking with y'all and y'all rocking with me.
Is that what this is? I just don't get it. I just don't get it. It's just something that I felt like I had to bring to my people to understand. Like, I felt it very interesting. I seen it very interesting. Another guy of your own color, your own people will come out and they jumping on you now. Like, how do y'all feel about that? Let me know if I'm tripping or not. If I'm out of pocket, let me know if I'm out of line. But who is there to check 1090 Jake? Who's there to check these people paperwork that's actually putting out paperwork on other people? I'm just saying. Is the rules twisted now? Like Florida different from the Fed? Like, yeah, let me know. Yo, it's your boy E or you, aka the Harlem Legend, man. Shout out to Jason Vorbach. Make sure y'all go subscribe to his channels on Instagram, on TikTok. 8UpJ. You heard the number 8UpJ, Jay. He's dropping all kind of content over there. I got alerted to it. I'm just watching it just like y'all. Y'all let me know how y'all feel. Get down in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure you set your bell notification so you know when I'm dropping a video, man. Salute.